What is happening, everyone? Atheris back with another large-scale piece for my collection. In front of us we have Galactus from Sideshow Collectibles, shown a couple years ago at San Diego Comic-Con, alongside Sideshow's other legendary scale pieces. Fairly large, just like the rest of the pieces in that scale, or in that line, I should say. More importantly, though, it's not priced like a legendary scale piece, so for what you're getting and the size and the features that it comes with, it's actually a pretty fair deal, I think. It comes with a light-up feature, which I'll show you in a moment, but I just wanted to give you a quick 360 of this guy, because he's pretty cool. He's got boss written all over him. Mainly due to that pose. I absolutely love the pose on this statue, and part of the reason why I bought it when I saw it. I'm not personally a huge fan of Galactus, but this statue made me a fan. Just details everywhere. And, you know, I'll be honest, when I saw this at San Diego Comic-Con, I was a little apprehensive to the fact that Sideshow would be able, or at least the factory would be able to reproduce the paint application shown on the prototype there. Because, I mean, this has a lot of flat surfaces, a lot of high gloss areas where, you know, past pieces by Sideshow that have tried to reproduce the same thing didn't come out so hot. So I was a little worried, and I didn't actually place an order right away. I waited to see what the first in-hand pieces looked like, and it came out pretty good. So, got this a few months ago, 5-6 months ago, I think, and I've been happy with it since I got it. It's, I'd say it's pretty damn close to the prototype, what was shown. I absolutely love the detail on this, though. I mean, at this scale, this thing's pretty large. For those of you that have it, or those of you that have seen it in person, it's pretty big. Not as big as some of the other pieces in the legendary scale line, but again, it's not a legendary scale piece. It's actually classified as a maquette, according to Sideshow on their website. But it's only a few inches off what's in the legendary scale line anyway. And this is still available for those of you that are thinking about getting this or on the fence about it. I think it's on pre-order or back order right now with Sideshow. They're probably waiting on a second batch or something, but it's still available. And it's a really cool piece. If you're a Galactus fan, you gotta have it. I don't see anything better coming out in a while to match this. This is cool on all levels, I gotta say. He comes with two faces, or mouthpieces, I should say. The one where he's just growling, or he's showing his teeth. And this one here with the straight face, which I like more than the other one, just because he looks more focused. He looks like a boss here, you know? Calm and collected. And we got Surfer. He comes with a switch-out piece to go on his arm. He's got Nova, and this is Silver Surfer. I like him with Silver Surfer, as I'm sure most people do. And I'll switch her out here in a second to show you what it looks like with her on his arm. And I'll show you the light-up feature as well, which this came with. It wasn't initially shown at San Diego Comic-Con with the light-up feature. I don't know if it was an afterthought, or you know, it was added later due to demand or something, or they had it at the show, or the light just wasn't working. I don't know what happened. But I'm glad they actually added it, because it adds another level of coolness to this piece. Galactus, for the most part, in the comics is shown lit up with something. His eyes are lit up, or his chest are lit up, or something's lit up on the guy. So it seemed only common sense to add a piece or something that lit up on him. But it's actually a really neat feature. When I show you, I'll show you what I'm talking about. It looks really cool in a dimly lit room. Okay, so that's enough spinning. Let me switch out Nova here. So he just plugs into a little hole on his arm. It's fairly simple. You got to be careful though, because the whole hand is held on by a magnet, and I almost dropped it once trying to put these pieces on, but the hand comes off like this. It's got a fairly strong magnet there to hold it in place. And here's the hole. Let me show you while I got this off. Right there that it plugs into. And it's got a little plastic piece that if you're not going to display them hanging off his arm, there's this little, oops, put that down. There's this little plug that it comes with that just plugs in there like that to cover that hole. But just hope you don't lose this, because it's very tiny and it could get lost easily. Me personally, to keep it safe, I just stick it in the top of his helmet thing here, and it sits in there just fine. Only I know where it is, but it's a place I can easily remember where I put it. So anyway, put this back. Oops, wrong way. There we go. So here is Nova. Not crazy about Nova. The character herself, but also I don't think the colors work too well on the statue itself with her. You know, she's cool. I'm sure there's collectors out there that prefer her over Surfer. So that's Nova. Okay, let me switch her back out to Surfer, and I'm going to switch on the lights for you. Hopefully it's dark enough in this room. It's probably not going to be dark enough, but it'll give you an idea. So he's got a little adapter here. There's no batteries on this to light it up, which I'm happy about, because batteries always make me nervous. So I tend to forget that they're in there, then, you know, then we got leakage problems, and now we've destroyed a statue. So here's the little adapter piece back here in this hole, and you got a little switch here. I'm just going to get a plug. Plug it in there like so. And let me just close the blinds in here, get it a little darker. I don't think it'll be dark enough, but you'll get the point. And behold, Galactus, you know, his light of glory. Very, very cool feature, I think. So his eyes light up, his chest lights up, obviously. And when you go down, the base lights up through the grill. And I like that they added it in the base like they did, because as you can see, the glow shines upward, up his leg and across his boots and stuff. So it looks really cool in a dark room. Especially with all these very reflective surfaces that he has in the paint. It actually, in a really dark room, you could see it pretty much reflecting and glowing off a lot of parts on his body here. Now I don't know how this is showing up on film, because the few videos I've seen and pictures that I've seen of people taking shots of this with the lights on, the light actually shows up as pink for some reason. But It's actually, it's more, in person, it's more of a bluey purple. At least his eyes and his chest are definitely blue. The base has a little more of a purple tinge to it. I wouldn't say it's exactly the same color as the lights in his torso and his head there. Very neat piece. I like it. So let me just get some light back on this situation. And that's it. There you have it, folks. Galactus by Sideshow Collectibles. Very cool piece. Statue made me a fan. Glad it's part of the collection. And that's all, folks. Rate, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. And I'll talk to you in the next video. Take care.